Flap set, gears up. Have the trim set. We're ready to roll. All right, let's do it.
The flap settings are straightforward, 1, 2, and 3, so best rates at 1. Very comfortable takeoff. Straightforward, pulling the airplane off the water at about 40 miles an hour.
We're looking for is about 45 mile an hour indicated. We can lift off. We can start pulling back and lift off. So drop to number 2, setting the flap.
And this is a sweet little airplane, I think. It's been very well established as a kit airplane. There are 650, I think, of these flying, and they have one of the tightest communities of pilot owners that I've run into. These guys will drive all the way across state to help you get your car out of a ditch, much less help you with your airplane. So that's pretty cool how they built that over a number of years, but no wonder. It's a seaplane, it's a retractable gear seaplane, here shown with its gear up in the air. Of course, they've got it so they can demonstrate the up-down, but this is where the wheel sits during flight, and this is just the right position for it. Looks like it's hanging out in the open, but it's just the right place for it.
Now, what would they normally power this airplane?
This airplane, well, it actually started out back in the old days as powered by the Rotax 582 two-stroke, but that left quite a few years ago, and today it uses the Rotax 912S 100 horsepower, which is just kind of a sweetheart engine for this particular airplane.
What kind of performance would we be getting out of it with the 100 horse engine?
Well, it's a seaplane, and it does have some stuff hanging out a little bit, so they're not quite as fast as the sleekest carbon fiber jobs that we've got out here in the LSA Mall, but it'll do a pretty honest 90 knots, and you could push it to 100 knots.
Now, the family behind this has also been in this business for a long time.
They have, Dave. They've been started way back in the days of what used to be called the old Hainuski, which was a kind of a Quicksilver-like airplane way back in, I think back into the late 70s even they were involved with this. This has become their main focus after many years of building lots of different kinds of airplanes, and no wonder it's the sweetest of their batch, I think.
Let's have a look at some of the interior.
Let's do that.
Well, these are, again, very comfortable seats.
Yeah, look at these nice cushy seats, and here's something I really like about them, because not all seats are designed this way. There's a big old lumbar support here. For a lot of us that got a few years under in our logbook, that makes for a lot nicer seating, but also nice long seat cushions, and the joystick, which we see we have 2 of here, center around the seat so that it's a very comfortable airplane to sit in for an extended period of time.
What's this handle in the center for that?
Now, this is the flap handle in this airplane, and it's a mechanical flap. You can't see, but there are 3 bolts over here that give you a position. So you pull the handle towards you, and then pull down very easily. When you get it down all the way, it'll lock under that bolt there. When you want to put it back up, you can go up 1, up 2, or back to neutral.
And how do you retract the gearing?
The gear is an electrical system right here in the center of the panel, forward from the throttle and the brake unit up to the gear switch, and you just pull this lever out and move it up or down depending on which way you want to go. But one of the neat things about this is if you look over here at this glass panel insert, you'll see there's a water and a runway, and those lights are kind of, you might call them idiot lights, that help you make sure that when you're landing on water you don't have your wheels down, and when you're landing on land you make sure you have your wheels up. This thing actually talks to you and tells you the right way to go with that.
Now, how do you get the doors open and closed on?
Well, there aren't any doors, so that's a good question, but it does have sliding canopies, which just ease forward, and you can open these any distance you want in flight. You can take off of them open, you can open them in flight, you can have them partly open or all the way open, and to an old ultralight pilot like me who enjoys the air blowing through the cockpit, that's really sweet.
And it looks like lots of storage room in behind the seats here as well.
Quite a surprising amount of it, and look how nice it's all finished in here, all carpeted and padded up, but I don't think I can even reach all the way to the back. That gives you an example of just how far back that goes. I think you could put a couple sets of golf clubs in there if you wanted to do that.
If somebody wanted to get more information on the Searey, where would they go, Dan?
Well, they'd go to searey.com, and if you look at how it's spelled here right on the side of the seat, it's S-E-A, just like you'd expect, but then it's R-E-Y, not R-A-Y. So searey.net or .com, that'll get you to their personal website.
And do you have a report on this one as well, Dan?
I do have a report on this, and as a matter of fact, I just got to fly this very airplane only about 10 days ago, and what a joy that was, as it's being prepared for new special light sport aircraft approval expected within a month. On my website, you'll find that report at bydanjohnson.com. That's bydanjohnson.com.
Advantages over a tricycle gear is that it is much easier to come up on a beach without getting stuck. We have 2 large main tires hitting at the same time, so we can stay on top of the softer sand better.